All right, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode, part 8 of Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I think we started these series exactly 2 weeks ago, as of today. We're now in December 16th, I think it is. Very cold, even a little bit snowy out now, so I'm kind of enjoying myself. We're late afternoon here. This was very nearly a breakfast episode, but I've got like Christmas gift. If you caught me playing Final Fantasy VI yesterday, you would have heard me talking about it. I've got like Christmas presents and stuff coming, and I knew I had a delivery smack bang around lunchtime, so I thought I'd wait on this one, which I've now done. So yeah, let's continue along. In the previous part, we discovered the Hidden City. We have DLCs available and stuff now, but I also wanted to open again with a little bit of Wikipediaing, because I really enjoyed what we did last time. I really feel like this game is a game where it's like you either need to be very worldly and very, like, I don't want to say intelligent. You need a lot of world knowledge, okay, and you need a pretty good understanding of history to really get the most out of it. Or it's a game that you're supposed to play and you're supposed to get curious and read up about other things. So, if you remember on the last part, we were looking at Percy Fawcett, his son Jack and his friend Raleigh Rimmel. Those guys were looking for a hidden city, and within Tomb Raider lore, that there actually was one here, funnily enough. But in terms of real life, they were looking for the hidden city. That was a story from the late 1800s, early 1900s. Remember, he died in like 1925, so after World War One. In my mind, that's modern history, that Percy Fawcett stuff. Pretty modern. This relic was another one that we got before, a King's Ransom, and it was a bunch of gobbledygook that I couldn't really understand. We talked about on a recent episode. The heathen emperor begged for his life to be spared. He offered the Spanish crown a room of 3 by 6 varas to be filled once over with gold and twice with silver, blah, 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 blah. At the bottom here, it said that this was an excerpt from an objective account of Pizarro in Peru by Ulchua Aceves. So I have wikied these. Now, this is quite cool. That other story was 1925. This is the actual time of the conquistadors when Europeans sailed to the New World and brought plague and war and death with them as they hunted and pillaged and you know, tried to figure out what was going on. So I've taken a screenshot. There are 2 people to talk about here. Pizarro is a real-world Spaniard with a really epically long wiki page. I'm not going to talk to you guys about Pizarro here. Maybe you've heard of him before. For me, I'm an ignorant fool. I hadn't. What I want to talk about, though, is this the Heathen Emperor. So it's this guy. This is all real-life stuff. This is Atahualpa, okay? And so this was the last Incan emperor. That's what this story is. This was the last guy that really headed a unified Incan empire. And it's about how he died. So after defeating his brother, he became briefly the last Sapa Inca, sovereign emperor of the Incan Empire, before the Spanish conquest ended his reign. And skipping to the end here, it says, the Spanish eventually executed him, effectively ending the empire. A succession of emperors afterwards led resistance to more Spaniards. They claimed the title, but basically the empire dissolved. So that's what I got on screen for you guys to read here. On my own, though, on another monitor here, I'm looking at the bottom of the wiki page. Let me read you this, okay? So it says, for his death, it says prison and execution. This is an emperor. Right? On the 17th of November, the Spaniards attacked an Incan army camp in which they found a great treasures of gold, silver. This is all real life stuff. Get gold, silver, and emeralds. Noticing their lust for precious metals, the emperor, Atahualpa, offered to fill a large room, which was about 22 foot long and 17 foot wide, up to the height of 8 foot. So a huge room. He offered to fill the whole room with gold and twice with silver in just 2 months. So he offered them an unbelievable amount of treasure. It's commonly believed that he offered this ransom just to regain his own freedom. But some guy called Hemming says he did so instead to save his life. None of the early chroniclers mention any commitment by the Spaniards to free him once the metals were delivered. But that's kind of what he was hoping would happen, it would seem. After several months in fear of an imminent attack, the outnumbered Spanish considered Atahualpa to be too much of a liability, and they decided to execute him. Pizarro, the Spaniard that is being referenced here in game, staged a mock trial, found him guilty of revolting against the Spanish, practicing idolatry, and murdering Huascar, his brother. He was sentenced to death by burning at the stake. This guy was burned at the stake. He was horrified since the Inca believed that the soul would not be able to go to the afterlife if the body were burned. So Friar Vincent de Velvard, who had earlier offered his breviary to Atahualpa, intervened, telling him that if he agreed to convert to Catholicism, the friar could convince Pizarro to commute the sentence. So this emperor agreed to do that. He agreed to be baptized in his last moments. He was baptized, brought into the Catholic faith, and given a new name, and then executed. On the morning of his death, he was interrogated by his Spanish captors about his birthplace. He declared that his birthplace was in what the Incas called the Kingdom of the Quito, in a place called Caranqui. Most chroniclers agree that, though other stories suggest... Most chroniclers agree on this, though other stories suggest further other birthplaces. So, he was executed by strangling with a garrote in the end. Lovely. His clothes and some of his skin were burned, and his remains were given a Christian burial. He was succeeded by his brother and later another brother, but the Incans were no more after that. What a horrifying story. I mean, really? I love that the game's got me reading about that. That's unbelievable. Okay, so what Lara found in-game is, you see it says an objective account of Pizarro. They call him the Heathen Emperor here, and I wonder, what, just because he tried to offer all these funds and all this money in exchange for his life or whatever? But it's clearly not objective. Here it said he has accepted the Lord and will be welcomed into the heavens above. The guy clearly did it, you know, for want of a better phrase, with a gun to his head, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, completely inobjective. So yeah, really cool story, and it's in this Conquerors subcategory. So this is kind of what was going on here in the 1500s, early 1500s. And maybe we'll read another one, but I don't want to spend too long. I mean, we've just spent 5 minutes there on that. You guys haven't even seen the game yet. We've just been in UI the whole time. So yeah, let's move on. I've got another big thing to talk about with Tomb Raider today, because there has been news, and it will kind of date this show, I think, to talk about it, but I quite like to do that. There has been news about the next Tomb Raider game, believe it or not, bizarrely. And in some corners of the internet, it's gone down very well, and in other corners of the internet, it has not gone down very well. And it's hilarious to me because it is exactly the same goddamn experience I've lived once before. But more on that in a bit. Let's just get in and play some of the DLCs, because I know some of you guys will be itching to just see more content. Here we got something, Quacha here, a depiction of Uru, Chile.
This is a little bit unusual. It shows herds of sheep, llamas, and goats. But one farmer wouldn't usually tend 3 distinct herds like this. That one llama, alone on the hill, that must be Chile, the Incan god who watches over animals. Chile was often depicted as a llama. This is a dedication from all the local herders to the one who protects their flocks, thanking Chile for the preservation of their livelihood.
Interesting. In the live chat, Vray says, can anyone recommend any movies playing in the Conquistador era? I think that would be really cool. It depends what kind of, whether you want to see a rosy, whitewashed view of history, or you want to see, you know, the other side of the pendulum where they're really gritty and raw about it. I don't really know much. The only thing I can recommend you is the movie The Road to El Dorado by DreamWorks, which we were talking about in a video. Was it this series? I think it was, very recently. I really don't know anything. Yeah, because we were talking about it with the Topapoc Court or whatever it was we were at quite recently. I would be quite interested in that. And you know, there was an MMO coming out a few years ago, and I was looking at the pre-release footage and press for it very, very closely. We're going to talk about the same MMO a little bit later in this video, and it was kind of a fantasy fiction version of the era of the exploration of the New World and the Conquistadors, which is a very dark, cruel era of history, really. But this game was, this MMO was going to sort of put a fantasy twist on it and kind of, I guess, liked the aesthetic or whatever. And I thought that was fascinating. I thought it was really cool and interesting new idea, especially for an MMO setting. But I remember as soon as that MMO got announced and they said that was its setting, a bunch of people were really, really bristling about it and sort of saying, you know, you can't do this, it's disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. And I believe they toned it down massively afterwards. What was that MMO? It was New World from Amazon Game Studios. And I do remember that reaction. People didn't want to see that kind of subject material. Or they didn't want to see a celebration of it, I suppose. I don't know. I think general audiences are a lot more squeamish and I don't know, a lot more cautious about that kind of stuff than I personally am. But, you know, to each their own. You're about to enter this tomb. Your current progression will be saved. Yes, I do. It's weird we didn't have to interact with anything this time to do this. You've seen the fountain some years ago, but you can recall it was kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, I make no claims. I'm completely ignorant about so much of the world and so much of what has happened. And, you know, I just kind of have this generally broad understanding that people are grim and dark and horrible and barbaric. And basically anyone like 4 or 5 generations above me was a you know, all humans were dickheads by modern standards, you know. That's why I'm not much of a patriot or a nationalist or anything. I don't really feel any pride being British or the accomplishments of British people multiple generations before, because it's like none of those people are people I would get along with or identify with on any level. Like, how are any of their accomplishments anything to do with me, you know? This is really gorgeous, by the way.
Abby, keep your radio close. I'll stay in touch if I find anything.
This is...
And watch your ass in there.
This is kind of good. This is exactly what I want from this game, right? Which is what's missing in the base game. Which is just like long, linear... Well, not necessarily linear, but platforming and puzzle sequences. Just give me some momentum. And just let me play, you know? Because you'll notice when we get back to the main campaign, it stops doing that. It's just walk an inch, get a pickup, walk an inch, get a pickup, walk an inch, get a pickup. And it's not satisfying. Okay, so there we're blowing up the gas, I guess, which was a mechanic in the other games. And,
This architecture is definitely Maya.
So strange. Why would my grandma want me to know about this place?
Why would? I still find it kind of hard to swallow to think that there's all this Maya stuff right around where these people, where Abby's lived her whole life and she's never known. And this DLC's just made that worse, really. Okay, so we're clearly trying to lift this bridge up. And there's some kind of contraption here. Looks like we can pull on it with a rope, but... What, just give it a yank and hope it works? No, it's not. It's not lighting up or anything. Do we melt it? I'm kind of leery about doing too many incendiary arrows, especially if there's not a oh, there's a pickup over there. Especially if there's not, like, my cursor doesn't change color or something, you know. That would kind of be a waste, I would think, mostly. Can I interact in any way? Can I stand here and shoot a rope elsewhere, which she would tether it to? No. What is that creepy whistle screaming sound? I don't know what that is. Alright, let's try it. They did just force us to use, I think. No. Jump on it? Oh, okay. Alright, so when I get off, it's going to raise, probably, and the bridge is going to close. The question is how quickly. Okay, we're all good. Not much of a sprint mechanic in this game. I guess what that's doing, so that was like not much of a challenge, but I guess that's just teaching us something we'll do a little bit later. Just to remind everyone, I've not done this. I really don't know what's in store. Let's do another jump here. Well, the question of how we're going to get back, I haven't got a clue. Oh dear. Okay. It reminded me how to make special ammo. Probably means we want to explode more stuff. So each of these is blowing gas out, and I can blow them up. What would it do to blow that up? Knock it off? Open it up? Swing it towards me such that I can jump on it? Maybe it's going to start swinging, and it will swing up here, and I need to jump, and it will be in the middle, like so. But so why does this area exist? So I can do it from another position. Get ready, Lara. Oh!
This doesn't make any sense.
What have you got?
If I had to guess, I'd say this place is a massive forge. But on this scale, what would they be forging that would require this kind of heat?
Gold?
Sorry, I'm not going to be much help to you there.
Well, famously, gold melts very easily, doesn't it? It's quite a fragile metal. Wow, we get the tiniest bit of percentage there. Ancient forge.
This place, it's an ancient forge. What were they crafting here?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know what the reward for the DLCs are. Do we get, like... I believe in the other games you got big weapons and things, right? So maybe that's the same thing here. Like, we're already not flushed with weapons. I mean, just by owning the DLCs, we've been given a ton. You'd think they'd lock it off until after you beat these challenges. Right, well, I can see that we're going to grapple onto that wall at some point. So, in theory, I can blow that up, it will swing away and do a leap of faith and tap E and she'll grapple on. Like with a rope. That might be a bit nuts though. Let's see what happens when we just land on it. Does it lower or anything? Does it do anything? No? Well, how are we going to jump back now? She's not reacting to pressing space. Oh, I can just press C, can I? Oh, okay. Oh, awkward. Alright, yeah, so I think this is just going to be a timed jump here. Okay, yeah, perfect. Oh, this is going exactly as I thought it would right now. This is good. This is like, you know, what's the point of a puzzle game, guys? To make you feel smart and satisfied. Even if the thing you did isn't particularly difficult. As long as you get it, it feels good, baby. Huh. Well, what occurs to me is I could do that again and it would swing up. But, I mean, how is that of benefit to me for that to swing up? It's not really going to help, is it? Also, can't I just climb over there? That would be quite nice. Looks like there's loads of stuff over there. Can't go around. Or maybe that was the entrance, or somewhere near the entrance, maybe. There's also the question of, like, can we climb on some... I don't know. Oh, God. Yeah, what if I run out of resources? I notice I have 34 fat now. And all these arrows and all this material. Did I really have that when I entered here, or did it sneakily give me a bunch of mats? Like, we can do that. But how's that going to help? Oh, it is a different one. Oh, I see. I see. I got confused. I thought that this one here was the one that we were... I didn't realise they were separate, basically. So I figured by jumping onto it, it wouldn't do anything. But it will do something, because that whole area over there I've never been to. Oh, come on, Lara. Oh, good, good, good. All right. Yeah, so now we're up this ledge, and we weren't up this ledge a second ago. What's this going to do? Lower that boulder or something? Create a pathway for me? Oh, now we've got a new angle. So that can take me somewhere new, maybe? Somewhere secret? I'm going to go for it. That feels like that's a secret to me, right? How are we going to get this in time, though? Whoa, we're not going to get that in time. How much does it swing on the second swing? Let's see. Oh, it doesn't really at all. Huh. Wait, hold on. How is that different to what we already had set up? What did that switch do? It turned on the gas for that, but that was already turned on, wasn't it? Oh my god, we got... Okay, so look, we have lots of resources, but the thing is we don't have like a high capacity for storage. We can only have 4 before we got to craft more. Oh, come on. Oh my god, I really thought that one wasn't going to work there. Okay, good. So let's just progress. I don't know what the deal with that was a second ago. Was this a thing we can climb on? It was. That is much heavier than the wood one before. I assume that's going to drop straight away. No? Oh god. Oh, it's dodgy. Wow, look at this.
Gonna be quite the climb.
My god, it is.
There are statues here. Huge faces arranged in a circle around the central column. They're watching over it like sentinels. But what are they guarding?
You have a view that I don't. Now I kind of wish I came with you.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot. What's Abby doing right now? She just decided not to do this. Oh wow, and we've got lava pouring out of this one. You know, this is an awful lot like the trial of the eagle, which we did just a moment ago, you know, in the main story. Oh god, do I want to go down there? Or do we want to climb? I always feel a little dizzy, you know, like there's just so many options for me, so many ways to go. Let's look down first, I guess. This might be death. I mean, no, that's totally death, isn't it? They're like spikes and stuff. Why is that relevant, though? Why is there a death pit in the very middle? Oh, and there's holes all the way up. On what world are we going to end up falling down that later? Oh, look. How many of them are going to fall? Just the one? Right. So it lifted up that one in front of that snake. What benefit is that? It looks like maybe the snake's like gas is going all over the place, but when we lift it up, this like circular device funnels it into a very precise area. So if I do the detonation... Oh my god. What? Okay, I couldn't have predicted that that was going to happen. Alright, so we got to keep spinning it. So I was wondering what these were. They almost looked like I was going to have to shimmy along them or something. But no, I guess the game is to just keep spinning it and getting it up. It's also... Oh no, and we're on a time limit. Oh. Okay, so wait. Real quick then. What the hell is this then? A way up to the second landing where I can't do anything yet. I see. Well, I don't really see. Why would I need another option to go up there? Okay, clearly there's a lot of quite cool engineering and complicated stuff going on here. Let's do that once more and let's go fast this time. Okay, so we're spinning. That's opened up access to this room. I kind of want to look around the whole thing, but whatever. Okay, we jump up. The question is, am I racing to do something now before it goes down? Or I think it's just going to go down. I think we can't stop it. That skull scared me. I thought we were going to get hit with a death trap or something. Seriously. Oh, we get a relic. A Porvener hard hat.
Whoever was wearing this either had a splitting headache or they didn't leave at all.
Oh, right, because it's cracked. I was going to say, why is she saying that? Oh, man, that's sad. And look, again, this is like that thing with a gold casing before where you can see the hints of gold. What is that red? Is that to really give the suggestion that that's dried, caked on blood? So Porvener is some oil company in the area, right? And they're the people who have been pressuring the people of Kuokyaku.
Wait, there's dried blood here.
Yeah, there you go, dried blood. Crazy, I didn't expect to see just a guy's helmet here, so someone's been here recently. Oh wow, I saw that spinning stuff and I honestly thought it was an animal prowling around. What is all that? I can't believe this is so weird. I thought we were going to be going there really soon, but now it feels like we're just climbing up. Was there an optional route maybe for me? What do you do, sir? What's this? Gold and platinum don't tarnish. Well, I know that they're very shiny, but gold is very famously melts quickly. It's not very strong, right? I mean, it really is used as currency and luxury more than anything else because of that, right? It's not very useful properties.
Per seismic imaging results, 25th of November, 1983. Massive oil fields beneath the village. I have conducted a physical examination of area and can confirm this to be the case. Recommend full drill operation. Porvenir will be back in the black. Village expendable. Recommend stage 01 outbreak if buyout ineffectual. We cannot allow the... Strange. The report cuts off mid-sentence.
What, because the guy got attacked in the middle of it? There's a lot fascinating here. First of all, the fact that there's oil under the village, I hadn't quite clocked and thought about that. But I guess also, if you remember the sequence we did in the last episode, where it all got a bit scary and creepy, and we thought that a monster was going to appear, and then a monster didn't appear. But they were clearly being attacked by something. That was like an oil well there, wasn't it? So, or like a drilling area. This here, though. Recommend stage 1 outbreak if buyout's ineffectual. So what, chemical warfare? Or they're going to release some virus or something on these people? Or they're going to say that they have? I don't know what this is referring to here. I don't remember anything in this game about them releasing an outbreak on the people of Kuokyaku. We cannot allow the ... I don't know. So what? Was he cut off? It's weird that these kind of items are just here, right? Alright. So, let's see. I could swing across that. Surely that will kill me. Surely that's death. Alright, here we go. Okay. It's quite rare, by the way, in this reboot to die like that. To just... You know, usually there is a trap, or, you know, you'll magnet into a trap, it will cut into some mini cutscene or something. To just straight up die, it's nearly always very clunky. So do I have to just do that whole run really quick? I'm quite satisfied by this, by the way. I wouldn't say it feels like totally classic Tomb Raider, but it's not bad, is it? Like, even if I race that, who cares? Who cares? Doesn't mean anything, does it? I feel like I've got to push it out or something. What's this door here? And what do you do again? Oh, I know what I've got to do. I know what I've got to do. I've got to shoot that one to keep it spinning, and then I hook across. Check it out. And we can do it from up here as well. Let's make sure we get our ammo. Yeah, they're giving us infinite resources here, by the way. Have you noticed that? Wait, what? Why aren't you spinning? Oh, I have to go down because I have to pull the lever, don't I, to raise the platform. Okay, I gotcha. Alright, so that all makes sense. There's probably going to be another layer to this. So let's prepare ourselves. But I get the gimmick now, and I think we can do the tomb fairly comfortably. It's a good idea. Alright, 1. Sorry, Lara, that was a little bit scary there. It almost felt like the momentum really did carry her, right? And we had plenty of time. Oh, and this is still on. Okay. Let's craft some more ammo as we go. 1, 2. Swing along this. Oh, and it's fallen down. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh. Okay, you see that there? That's the clunky death count, like I'm talking. Okay, alright, so... Whoa. What's going on in here now, then? Is it just up there constantly? No? Oh, we're raising something in the middle, it looks like. Oh, we're raising a platform. That's bizarre. This pillar wasn't here a second ago. Is that a result of me doing 2 in a row? Let's drop this. Oh my god. No, 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 no. I went out the wrong door. Oh, wait, no. How have I ended up going out the wrong door? The door's like sealed off. No, it hasn't. It's okay, it's simple enough. We just go here. Are we already up? I think we are, aren't we? We're already still up. It's locked in place. At a certain height, it seems. Alright. A new doorway. And a new lever.
The gas is on.
Looks like I can't do it all in one. That's okay. I kind of don't want to rush it anyway, because I feel like there's going to be relics around. There's a worrying number of staircases. Ah, here you go. Mariana's confession, a handwritten note.
Here lies the missing man from Porvenir, killed in self-defense by Mariana Ortiz. You will not find a body, but this note instead. When I found him out, he attacked me, so I hit him on the head. It was his greed, not me, which made him dead. I'm sorry for his family that will never know his fate. If this note is discovered before I'm dead, you know where to find me.
Wait, that's not the grandma, is it? I'm actually blanking on the names. No, it's not. The grandma is... It begins with... It's Pilar, isn't it? The grandma is Pilar? Or wait, or is that just... The lady that gave us the map is Pilar? What's Abby's second name? Oh, by the way...
I found a note.
Yeah, it is the grandma.
Written by your grandmother.
Pilar is the friend.
She confesses to killing a man to protect herself and the village. She calls him the missing man from Porvenir. Does that mean anything to you?
I remember when I was a little kid, there was a search. One of the workers disappeared. They never found him. Shortly after that, the last of the oil dried up and Porvenir left. Grandma killed that guy. My grandma.
Oh, there we go.
I don't think she had a choice.
Yeah, that made me laugh a bit, because she seemed remarkably casual, considering she just heard that her grandmother had become a murderer. Okay. And yeah, I knew this was nothing to do with, like, the hidden city or the natives or anything, because, you know, the second name was Ortiz. So she's Abigail Ortiz, is she? Is that what her name is? I hope I'm saying that right. That's one of those surnames I always kind of fuck up. Alright, so this must be the exit, then. That gate. I presume that that gate opens... Oh, the dog's staring at me. This is possibly the last video I'll make with my little dog sitting adventure this December. Because I think he goes home tomorrow. You staring at me over there? It's a good boy. Oh, is this arrows? Okay, yeah, it's just regular arrows. Yeah, it's incredibly hot and I think he's looking at me to maybe open a window or a door or something. Well, you're stuck while we play Tomb Raider, okay? Right. Let's find that poison gas cloud. We've already prepped the next one. Oh, we're going to pull the lever, I suppose. There we go. It's weird that there's actually a potential trap that could kill you at that pillar in the middle. I don't know why anyone would ever do that. Right, run along. Oh, it's not on. Oh, so the timing's deliberately tight here. Oh, is it? It is on. It is on. Okay, keep going, keep going. Oh, wait, I've messed up. It was this, obviously, this bit of platforming here. So, wait, when it rolls all the way... Oh, maybe it won't roll all the way. It's probably stuck again, isn't it? You probably do it in batches of 2, and then it locks in place. That makes sense to me. So, no rush. That's crazy. That was just a little relic. What if I hadn't found that? What if we just continued playing the DLC here? And we didn't find the relic? Would we have ever had a satisfying conclusion to this story? What's this? I don't... That doesn't look like the kind of thing I can jump onto and grab. It doesn't look like the kind of thing I can jump past. Oh god, this whole thing's pretty worrying. Oh well, I could shoot that, I guess, from here. But, like, so what? I mean, what am I supposed to... Can Lara walk on this? Oh, that's definitely not right. Is it going to stick up there? No, it's not. It's rolling back down. So my only other thought now, then, is what if I just... shoot this... and then... This doesn't feel right. The game never has you doing a sequence like this. In fact, she's reluctant to drop. Should I just jump at that, do you guys think? I mean, that looks like that's bad. I'll give it a shot. Oh, what? What? Okay, that's the weirdest swing I've ever seen. But also, what am I supposed to attach to on the other side? And now where are we? Because Oh, we don't even have to do the jump now. We're on the other side of the jump just for free. I don't know what your guys... I'd love to hear in the comments some of your opinions on that exact situation I just had there, where it's like a part of the puzzling now is just jumping, wondering if it's possible. I know some people have like real issues with that kind of experience, like they just cannot abide by it. I don't really mind too much. I just sort of see it as part of the format of games like this now. But I wonder whether that's just because, you know, I'm too used to kind of crappy gameplay. And whether I should have more of an issue with it. Could not see for the life of me what we're doing on this next bit. Then again, oh. Do you want me to do anything with that? There's another snake there. Which is presumably more gas. I like how we're getting so high now, we're getting up into the sky. I never mentioned it a second ago, but when we entered here and I looked up and I saw the sun, I thought that'll feel really good when we get there. And it already does a bit, you know, we're just getting our head just bobbing above the surface. Oh, okay, but it's here, but I need to turn it on. I don't know. Do I jump and scramble on that and get up? That doesn't seem right. What about just going through there? Oh, sneaky. So look, you don't even need to blow it up yet. Well, but I do. Well, no. Let's just hit the switch and that... Oh, no, but it didn't keep it on last time.
The gas is on.
Maybe I just need to be like sniper style, do it all from up here. Let's see. 1. Make sure we've got something crafted. 2. Oh. And then make the jump. Wait, what? That's clearly telegraphing I should make a jump. But to where? Oh, no, but it'll get stuck in place again. So, like, why does it matter? Up here, maybe? Oh, wait. Still, I don't see how that would help. If we blow that up. What would that do? That would take us over there and then we could climb around and then... Just scared that's in the wrong place. Let's do it, I guess. I mean, that seems to be the only thing to do. Speaking of the dog, do you guys want to hear a kind of gross dog story? Oh, no, now we're out. We're out of oil. Oh, no, we're not out. I just picked the wrong thing. If you guys want to hear a kind of gross dog story, so he's got a problem at the moment, which I've been able to avoid for all these days, which is where if he... Oh, Lara! Oh, I'm sorry. And so we join the unknown man. Okay. Wait, that's not right, is it? We want it to go down. Yeah, it's not right. We want to not push it. Oh god, almost slipped off there. Yeah, so he's got this problem where he, like, if he's eating, he needs to eat very regularly, I think it is. 'Cause he's not that old, but he's kind of getting into that older era where, you know, dogs start having problems, I guess. And it's not a big deal, but it's like if he doesn't eat regularly enough, or so I was led to believe, when he drinks a bunch of water, he'll like hack the water back up, like vomit it up basically. But it's just water, it's just... I don't know, something about his stomach. Where the hell is the place that I went to? Was it around here, maybe? Oh, I'm totally lost now. Oh, is that it over there? Wait, can we jump on any of these? No, I guess not. It wasn't down there, was it? Oh god, it's so not here. You can always tell when you get caught onto geometry in a weird way. Yeah, no, this is just back here. We definitely don't want that. I'm actively going to kill Lara here. Deliberately going to kill her just because it will be quicker. The lava looks pretty good there. Whenever I see lava that looks good in a game, this is how sad I am. It always makes me think of Elder Scrolls Oblivion, because there were so many lava mods for that game when I first started modding it. And because like the vanilla just looked so badly, so now I'm like, that's always the thing I compare it to. Does that look better than the better lava mod from Oblivion? Yes, hello. You're prodding me with your nose. What do you want? Christ, what is wrong with me? Let's go back up. And just keep our eyes open. Yeah, there's the mask and all that. That's fine. I swear to God, I can't see where we went. Oh, was it there? No, that was the thing I was wondering if you scramble on. That was the bit that was too low. When there's only so many places I can go, is it that door over there? It looks like that might be it. But these are all low down, so... How did I get there a minute ago? Did I just let it swing and jump down from here? No, that's nuts, isn't it? Oh no, it's not nuts. No, that's too low. That is too low. Or wait, is the idea it's on the backslide was meant to go in there? Was it really rolling back downhill when I made the jump before? I'm kind of scared right now because this platform we're on folds down, doesn't it? No, they don't want me doing that. Serious magnets there. Yeah, I don't know. In the live chat, I don't know if there was a checkpoint. I don't think there was. This was the exact bit we were at. I can never quite tell with this game as well whether I have hit a bug or not, and that's always the worst feeling. But there's a chance. That is where we would swing to. Let's roll it up. Maybe I just did something really wrong. Maybe we're meant to go inside the tower or something. When it's at its height. Well, I best do it if I'm going to talk about it. There we go. It'd be cool if I could jump on those ropes and then climb from there. No, that doesn't seem right. Nice to see more resources in here. Oh god, this could be really bad right now. The worst thing is, it's interrupting my amazing dog vomit anecdote for you all. Don't worry, we'll get there, guys. We'll get there. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, it's that. Sure, I swear it's that. It's totally that. That doorway there. I'm going for it. Come on, Lara, get in there. Oh, my God. Did you see that magneting? All right, I've struggled my way back in. I found it. I found it. And if we do die again, I can pretty much get there. Okay, so yeah, so he vomits if he doesn't eat regularly enough, and then he drinks, and he'll like hack all the water back up. And I thought I managed to avoid it really, really well. And it's always a nightmare, because if you've got carpet or whatever, it's just the worst thing in the world if he's then going to vomit on all the carpet, you know, and you've really got to scrub it, and it's just horrible. Because even if it is mostly water, it's always slightly tinged a certain colour or whatever, you know, and it's just not nice. Wait, do we go over there first or second? I think it's second, isn't it? I don't want to do that just yet. So anyway, I've managed to avoid it this whole time. Except, last night, I fed him his dinner, and it was like the most vomit I've ever seen, all over, but at least it was on the nice, clean, hardwood kitchen floor. Well, it's not hardwood, it's tile, right? So that's much better to clean up and wipe down, right? And then I immediately noticed, like, it's mostly still just giant chunks of dog biscuits still there. So, he's obviously still hungry. And he just goes for it. He starts eating them again, and, I don't know if this is wrong with me. I just sort of thought, fine, let him, because it'll make it easier to clean up. So that was my fun little disgusting moment yesterday, watching a dog drink up its own food again. But made things easier on me. Okay, there you go. All right, so we're done with this now. Now that's going to lock there, right? Okay. Don't miss the jump this time, thank you. How did I miss that before? How did I mess that up? Just bad timing? Or was it something else? No, I definitely didn't mess it up, because... Sorry, because I didn't get this. Right, another page of the journal.
Your grandmother's journal here. She's written to you.
Oh, Lara, can you stop doing that? How am I supposed to easily get into the tab menu for the relic if you natter away in the meantime? Ugh, where is it? Oh, it's the bottom, easy. 91%, by the way. I think we might have 100%ed this first time. This confession?
Here lies the missing man from
No.
Porvenir, killed in... My sweet Abigail, it is time you learned the truth about your past and your responsibility for the future. You are a guardian, Abigail, as I was, as my mother was before me and hers before her, and so on and so on. All the way back to the time of Queen Aberrane, the mother of multitudes. Centuries ago, she led my people from the dry death of the great drought in Guatemala to the safety of this valley. On her deathbed, she chose a guardian from her line, and the responsibilities of mother were passed on. Eventually, that gift was given to me. Now, with my death, my sweet Abigail, I pass on the responsibility of guardian to you. You already know what to do. You've been doing it all your life. You are the mother of multitudes now. Keep our story well.
I mean, I suppose my reaction to this should be, oh my god, wow, she's special and amazing. But really, you know, this is the kind of storytelling that I'm just so over at this age. I just don't, you know, not everyone needs to be special. I guess that they felt that Abigail's place was a bit thin or something. You know, what's wrong with her just being this badass, competent character that everyone knows and loves? Why has she got to have like this, you know, amazing, you know, mystical almost backstory here? But okay, all right, I don't know. Maybe it's going somewhere else. I don't want to be too much of a miser. Yeah, in the live chat, it's good to see you, Tulip. This is still the DLC. We'll be done with it in just a moment, I think. Considering that that's 91%. Which leaves just enough space for me to have missed something.
It might be a lot to digest.
You can't leave me hanging like that. Go on, what does it say?
The short of it, you're a descendant of the Maya Queen Aberrane on your grandmother's side. You're the latest in a long line of protectors that...
What? Queen Aberrane. Grandma is related to a Maya queen. Wait, I'm related to a Maya queen.
Yes, you're a guardian from what your grandmother said. It's all here.
What does that mean? I'm not even Maya. This day has gotten way too heavy. Pilar's got a lot of explaining to do.
Yeah, that's interesting too. I thought one of the reasons that Kuwakyaku was kind of interesting to me and the people there was because it was, you know, it was good to draw a difference between the Mayans and the Peruvians and the Incans. But now it's like, I don't know, they're mixing them up. This must be 100% here.
Abby, I found a mural depicting a great journey. It shows a great journey south from Mexico to Peru. Thousands of people following their queen, escaping mass drought.
The great journey in which we will light the 7 holy rings. There you go, 100%. And purge this galaxy
A Maya queen leading
of all
thousands
sinners.
of her people from Mexico to Peru.
Why did she lead them here?
There are many theories about what happened to the Maya. There are old favorites: invasion, civil war, collapsing trade routes. But one theory has become very popular, that the Maya civilization was ultimately doomed by a period of severe climate change. She was probably leading them out of a decade-long drought.
So, where'd they all go?
Hold on. Is that another real-world thing I didn't know? Is it really a mystery as to what happened to the Mayans? Oh, that might be the wiki for the next part, guys. Is it really a mystery? That's quite interesting. Right, let's blow this up, even though we don't really know where we're going right now. Man, I love all these magical resources. Oh, we've got to pull the thing first. Wait, don't tell me we've somehow got lower down again. No, here we go. We swing on. Head inside. Pull it up. Oh god, this is going to be a long walk, isn't it? Oh, no, no, no. We're not going to... Wait. Yes, we are. Here we go. And it's not going to be a long walk. There's an extra door there. I don't think I missed it. I think we were forced to go around this way. There's a chance you can maybe jump over this as well, but it looks a bit far for me, so... I'd rather not try that. Oh. Please tell me that lock's there.
Here. It's beautiful. Definitely royalty.
Oh.
Like a coffin.
Exactly like a coffin.
What a great line. She doesn't know what a sarcophagus is.
Whoever is buried here, they were very closely tied to this place and its purpose.
I hope we get it all the way up. I mean, surely that's the resolution to all this. Sure. Oh, really? So the end isn't actually up there. We're at the end. Oh, I feel vaguely like I've got blue balls here now. You know, like that was so close to being... But I mean, look, you can even see that it will keep spinning. Maybe I'm speaking too soon here. Maybe we will do such a thing. Nice view back there. That's cool. Here we go. I wonder what perk we'll get. I've never seen this. What could it be? Some kind of exploration thing? I don't know. Would be my favourite choice. There you go. We get an achievement from that. Destiny's Trialed. Craft grenades. Deal heavy explosion damage in an area to eliminate groups. Hold on. Were grenades not in this game? Grenades we've seen in the Survivor trilogy in 2013 and Rise. And yeah, it's the middle mouse button on your automatic weapon. Whatever you've chosen it to be. Oh, wait, or is it the middle mouse button on shotgun? No. Oh, wow, look, they kicked me out. Okay. Weird. Weird. I was expecting to have to walk out. You know, I always like it with DLCs and games where you can feel certain rules get broke as they're, like, a bit hastier about implementation or whatever. Okay, there you go. That's Echoes of the Past. That was a good half an... Oh, my God, that was nearly an hour to beat that. I swear I just looked at the clock and it was half an hour. I probably spent a lot longer on that tower than... Actually, hold on. Wait, so we can go through this now then, surely. Oh, no, that says it wants the shotgun. Wait, so what's middle mouse on the shotgun then? Here we go. We can craft grenades. Apparently, I've got tons of mats for it. Did they just fill me up? Okay, yeah, it is a shotgun barrier. Wow, so I can't believe it. I guess I never used grenades in Shadow. That's weird, because that's basically a sign of how these three games kind of blur together in my head, I guess, of what Lara was capable of in each one. All right, speaking of this franchise, well, okay, let's finish the let's finish this DLC, and then I'm going to get to talking about Amazon Game Studios again, and the big Tomb Raider news that just dropped. I mean, I've just mentioned two things side by side there. You can pretty much figure out what I'm about to say. But yeah, one last event of searching for the house. With the DLC done, and with us at Paititi, the Hidden City, it's now totally okay for me to do a montage. So between this episode and the next, I will run around, I'll do the challenges, I'll get the relics and things, and we can have a fun little quick, faster edited look at finishing this area off. You know, when I started playing this, I wasn't sure if I was going to go for all the pickups, but I really feel the drive to do it at the moment. Not for the sake of having a great YouTube series, just because the game's fun at the moment.
It was a forge, but something more as well.
Yes. It is the resting place of the Maya Queen Abarrane, the first guardian of Kwakiaku. She built the forge to construct an artifact of great power.
What artifact?
I don't know. Mariana told me that what was born from that place had long been lost. But she said the message it contained would always endure. It was a message of hope for the future.
If you knew about all this, why wouldn't you tell me?
I'm sorry, but I made a promise to Mariana.
So what? I'm supposed to accept that I'm Maya all of a sudden?
Abarrane's bloodline has been diluted over the centuries, but you are descended from her.
So what does this mean?
You're a guardian, Abigail. Like Mariana and her mother before her, all the way back to the time of Abarrane.
I can't be a guardian. I have responsibilities here.
You've been protecting this village for years. Hasn't a little bit of you always known? Felt compelled somehow. You are the keeper of this story now.
So what are we saying? There's some mystical energy that's compelled her to do this?
Grandma used to say.
It's not just that she's a good
Said it was her
person.
job to keep its story, to keep it safe. She promised that one day she would show me where it was, and then I'd be the keeper of its story.
She didn't forget her promise. She just had a different way of showing you.
Aw.
It's so like her, isn't it? She couldn't just tell me. Had to make a treasure hunt out of it.
I loved your grandmother as if she was my own sister. But sometimes she was a gigantic pain in the ass.
Abby, I think I'll leave you two alone to talk about
Yeah,
this.
Lara's kind of
Sounds
just a
like
fly
you've
on
got
the wall
something
here, eh?
urgent to do.
It's almost like we weren't a part of that scene.
Here, I want you to have this for all your help. And before you say anything, it's customary, so you kind of can't say no.
Is it an outfit? I'll wear a new outfit. A new outfit would be good before we go back to Paititi. I should have changed clothes already, to be honest. Oh my god, the dog is so anxious right now. He's crawling all over my legs. He's brought me a ball. Yes, I will play soon. Don't worry. Oh, I missed it. Okay, yeah, it is. Look, broken, shadow, plates and pads. Cut down telltale human noises. So that DLC ends on a cliffhanger. What was it that they made at the forge, right? That's kind of the question. And I guess the next DLCs will continue that story then, maybe? I don't see another DLC. I've never got this far as DLCs are concerned, so I didn't know if a new one would be appearing at the village now. Doesn't look like there is. However, at Paititi, I believe we have one available. Like, there are instantly two open for us. It's funny as well, this one that just appears here at Kuakyaku, it kind of freaked me out on my earlier playthroughs because I felt like I'd missed it, but obviously it only becomes available a little bit later. Let's see what resources we've got here as well, just in case. I don't remember picking up much
How are
gold
things?
Check out what I have.
throughout that. No, we're still only got 1,000. So there's really nothing we can get. Sort of close to the pistol sight. The pistol ammo pouch would be nice. That pouch is quite cool. It looks a bit like her backpack from the previous game, from the original, the classics. You know, the one she gets in. Where is she? Colombia, isn't she? When she gets that with Vernon Von Croy. Sorry. All right. Christ, I tried to say Von Croy and I said Vernon Croft, which is a mix of two completely different characters. What is my brain doing? Okay, where is this campsite and why am I messing around so much? It's down here and around the corner and on the right. It's past the mud. I got a little bit freaked out as we were going through the mud there, but no, I can see it. So yeah, let's change our outfit. Okay, so also the story now about the future of Tomb Raider. I already mentioned. Okay, this game, the reboot was mostly made by Crystal Dynamics. And people have a lot of problems with Crystal Dynamics and the way they do things, whether they can tell good stories, blah, 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 whether they've done as well as they'd hope, whatever, right? This most recent one, Shadow, was actually done by Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. And I believe Eidos Montreal pulled more of the weight on it. I don't know for sure. So there you got two companies, okay? The publisher was Square Enix for the reboot. And like I said, I don't think I said it in this edition of the series. I've always thought, I'm a big fan of Squaresoft, and Square Enix I think have done some good stuff too. I've always thought it was really weird seeing Square Enix branding Tomb Raider, like really odd, as the publishers. I've always thought that was the strangest thing. Square Enix sold it though recently for NFTs. Seriously. What a waste of money, what a ridiculous idea. So Tomb Raider for the next game, it's being published by THQ Nordic. So you've got THQ Nordic publishing and Crystal Dynamics developing. I don't think Eidos Montreal are helping or anything, okay? So just two companies. But they had some news yesterday, and I took a screenshot. Let's put it up on screen for you all. It's pretty wild. Wait. Yeah, okay. These are in the form of Reddit comments, okay? Two big Reddit comments I've got for you here. So this is copied from a website, I believe, and someone was like basically reposted it onto Reddit. Amazon Games and Crystal Dynamics today announced that they've reached an agreement under which Crystal Dynamics will develop a new multi-platform, so come to PC, thankfully, multi-platform Tomb Raider title with Amazon Games providing full support and publishing the games globally. So THQ Nordic... Oh, wait. Why am I saying THQ Nordic? It's the Embracer Group, isn't it? Yeah, the Embracer Group are the publishers now. I don't know why I keep saying THQ. But so Amazon Games are helping them, distribute the game, publish the game globally. So Amazon's in on it now. The as yet new Tomb Raider game is this is literally hot off the press, guys. This is less than 24 hours old, this news. The as yet untitled new game is a single player, narrative-driven adventure that continues Lara Croft's stories in the Tomb Raider series. So basically sounds like it's the exact same format as what we're playing right now. And to be fair, the format that the other games have been as well, even though there's been multiplayer elements every now and then. Like there are multiplayer elements here in Shadow too, I'll get to for you all. It includes all the elements that have made Tomb Raider one of the most revered franchises in gaming, giving players control of the confident and multi-dimensional hero Lara Croft in an environment that rewards exploration and creative pathfinding with mind-bending puzzles to solve, a wide variety of enemies to face and overcome. Crystal Dynamics is drawing on the power and cutting-edge technology of Unreal Engine 5, which I think a lot of people are very excited about, to take storytelling to the next level in the biggest, most expansive Tomb Raider game to date. The title's currently in early development and additional details will be announced at a later date. So some of this I really like. I like the confident. I like the mind-bending puzzles. I like exploration and creative pathfinding. They're all really, really great buzzwords for me. I mean, this is all trite, okay? This is all just nonsense marketing buzzword irrelevance, okay? But of the buzzwords chosen, those I really like. The bits that actually kind of I'm a bit leery about is Unreal Engine 5, storytelling on the next level, the biggest, most expansive game to date. To me, that sounds like a lot of budget and a lot of money being thrown at things that don't necessarily make a good game. And actually are some of the problems I've had with the reboot series as well. So those buzzwords, actually, I am a bit leery about, and I'm a bit like, oh, is it really going to be that good? It sounds very much like they're doing more of the same, really. So for consistency with the Survivor trilogy, maybe that's really good. Anyway, just to read on, Christopher Hartman says Tomb Raider is the most beloved IPs in entertainment history. It used to be 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Amazon Games is committed to bringing players across the highest quality from the best developers across all variety of platforms and genres. We're honoured by the opportunity to work with the storied developer and franchise. Our team is incredibly excited about collaborating with the talented and visionary Crystal Dynamics team to bring the next chapter of Lara Croft's saga to players around the world. So I don't actually know to what degree each company is contributing which thing. Crystal Dynamics has an extraordinary opportunity following our acquisition by Embracer to redefine what a publishing relationship is for Tomb Raider, said Scott Amos, the head of the studio at Crystal Dynamics. And by the way, I don't really know if Crystal Dynamics are doing anything else other than Tomb Raider at the moment. I don't know what's on the docket or whatever. Transformative is what we're looking for, and with Amazon Games, we found a team that shares our creative vision, ambitions, values for a Lara Croft universe across the spectrum of possibilities. So the last news we heard about it, this idea that she'd be lonely and a mentor, and I said maybe, they might do a story of her having a kid that she neglects or whatever. A lot of people other thought that she might have students, and they would do like an MCU style, superhero team up type thing, and it would be about the students as much as it is Lara, which everyone was very concerned about because this is one of those terrible things with older franchises where people want interesting and new, but they also want everything to be exactly the same as it always was. So anyway, here they're talking. What led me to say that? Yeah, now here we hear again the universe across a spectrum of possibilities. So who knows what their plans are. They're uniquely positioned to rewrite what publishing development collaborations are. We're eager to forge this new path together, starting with building the biggest and best Tomb Raider game to date. Crystal Dynamics has developed and published dozens of award-winning titles over the past 3 decades, including globally revered franchises like Legacy of Kain. So Legacy of Kain, by the way, when I mentioned, they've been bought out by Embracer, and Embracer do a lot of remakes and relaunches and stuff. Legacy of Kain is another franchise I really love. I haven't played since the old PlayStation days. And it's just had absolutely no look for ages. It's like one of those IPs that got bought and just left to die. So people are really excited about Legacy of Kain too. And it's weird to me to see that of the 2 franchises they mention, it's those 2 right here. Look at that. Legacy of Kain being mentioned. I doubt many of you guys watching this video right now are fans of Legacy of Kain. But to those who know what I'm talking about and liked it, every now and then the coin lands on its side. I feel you. I'd like to see them do something with that. The Tomb Raider franchise includes more than 20 games, loved by blah, 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 blah. Don't care. They do say here the Survivor trilogy comprised of Tomb Raider 2013, Rise, and Shadow, garnered more than 200 Best of awards and nominations, and they've kind of bundled all 3 games together there. The agreement with Crystal Dynamics makes a further expansion of Amazon Games' AAA publishing efforts, which also include Lost Ark and the recently announced Blue Protocol from Bandai Namco. The upcoming Tomb Raider title will mark Amazon Games' first single-player narrative, following successes with multiplayer titles with New World and Lost Ark. What is utterly bizarre to me, as someone who is very familiar with MMO coverage, I mean, it's crazy it's like Amazon Games have popped up so often, you know, even like with not even an MMO, with the whole Crucible thing, you know, like the thing is, there's a lot, as far as I understand, there's a lot of studios at Amazon making games, doing things with gaming, and a lot of it will never see the light of day. You know, we in the public see some of it, but you never know how much else is going on. They've got so much money, they've been trying to expand in it. And it's bizarre to me that, you know, I can kind of understand from like an MMO perspective. I was interested in New World for a while, as I was talking about earlier. Now even Tomb Raider, it's like, wow, Amazon Games has not done much, but they seem to have a lot of intersections with the things I'm interested in, which is really weird. Here's a different thing. This was the announcement from Embracer's side. They say Crystal Dynamics, a part of Embracer's group. Wait, what do they say? Crystal Dynamics, part of Embracer Group's operative group, Crystal Dynamics Eidos Montreal, today announced an agreement with Amazon regarding developing and publishing a new multi-platform Tomb Raider game title. The agreement announced today is one of the deals with several industry partners previously discussed in conjunction with Embracer second quarterly report that are jointly transformative. Additional deals are to be expected to close during the financial year of 22-23. And the quote here is, "I'm very happy for Crystal Dynamics, which has now found a fantastic partner for one of the strongest IPs and most ambitious game development projects in our portfolio. Ever since Crystal Dynamics Eidos Montreal joined the family and became our 12th operative group, it's been our mutual ambition to find a partner that shares their creative vision and ambitions for Tomb Raider." So it's weird. I would have thought that the Embracer group would have handled all this, but it looks like they want Amazon to do it instead. Anyway, so blah, 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 blah. There you go. That's the state of Tomb Raider at the moment. It seems like a long way off before we see anything. But reception to this has been mixed. And I think fairly so. Amazon Game Studios has not had really any success yet. Major success. I mean, you might call New World one. It's been a game that I certainly haven't been in any conversations with anyone. I'm still interested in it. But it's a game that I think a lot of people have kind of forgotten about or moved on from or whatever. And aside from that, most of the stuff that we've seen in the public hasn't really got that far. So you know, I've seen a couple of Reddit threads in response to this. I won't platform all the comments, but people are being really, really big downers about it and talking about how this is going to kill Tomb Raider, blah, 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 blah. I'm a bit more optimistic about that. Maybe you can call me naive for that. But it is interesting. I'd be very curious to see everyone's takes in the live chat and in the comments on this. In the meantime, we got 3 skill points. We just unlocked grenades. So how about poison grenades? The Viper's Venom. Kill nearby enemies and obscure lines of sight at the same time. Requires black powder and venom. Used to kill enemies and obscure... Yeah, we just read that. Oh, also, wait. Now that we've done a DLC, when I press E and go to path skills... There you go, look, Grenadier, the Forge. Wow, I can't believe they locked grenades behind a DLC. I can see why that would sell the DLC. I wonder how much people paid for that, just on its own. Do you think it was like a tenner for that little quest there with Abby? I mean, I say little. It was 2, like, tombs, 2 adventures. It's not too terrible, is it, really? Alright, well, as much as I would like to change the outfit, we're going back to the Hidden City now, where we really need to wear it. So, this would be the cave and the area that Jonah was at, okay? With Unuratu's home. Instead, we're going to go into the depths of the town. Now, a cool thing happened in the cutscenes that we saw in the last part, which is Lara took some pictures of things, and we do have some more sneaky new relics. Remember when we were in Cozumel during the Day of the Dead? I said, oh, look in your inventory. You can actually see there's more exposition, more information that you just sort of weren't led to be aware of it. Same thing's happened again here now. So to get us back in the mindset of the main storyline, yes, dog, it's okay. It's okay. Hang in there, boy. Let's have a look. So Lara's notebook. You'll see here, we got the Dr. Dominguez, Ixchel, and Sharkshell was the last thing. Well, now, look, she's taken a photo of a cultist of Kukulkan.
Trinity's influence is even wider than I thought. They have controlled Paititi for centuries, where they are known as the Cult of Kukulkan. Their highest-ranking members in Paititi are called the Serpent Guards. They are picked at a young age from among the best warriors in Paititi, and fight alongside the Jaguar warriors and the Eagle Archers.
So there you go. And yeah, this why it says this guy's a Serpent Guard. So expect to see a great many of these, because they are Trinity, essentially, and we don't like Trinity. A new type of enemy we'll be dealing with. Here you've got Amaru, a photo of Dr. Dominguez in his cultist robes. So remember, some people call him Kukulkan, some people call him Amaru, his birth name. Some people call him Dr. Dominguez. Didn't he have another name as well?
Dr. Dominguez is originally from Paititi. Trinity has had a presence in Paititi since the 1600s. The former leader of the High Council, Gualtiero de Luca Dominguez, an Italian cardinal, saw great potential in a little boy and trained him, like a son, to be his replacement. He moved up in the ranks until he became the leader of the High Council. He has lived most of his life outside of Paititi, returning often but not staying long. His real name is Amaru, but as the High Priest of the cult in Paititi, many people call him by his honorary title, Kukulkan. He has brought the key of Shakshel home from Cozumel and has assured his people he will use it to protect them. Amaru wants the silver box of Ishel to protect Paititi from the encroaching dangers of the outside world. But already he is being tempted by the possibility of remaking the world in his own image.
So one thing that you might want to wonder about and remember is Richard. Richard was investigating this stuff. Remember, and Lara said, oh, and then his research just stopped. And then later he was assassinated by Trinity. So is the idea that Trinity thought he caught on to these things? Did Amaru himself sort of get really scared of that and then order the hit? That's probably what we should be wondering here. And then there's even another one. Oh, that's just Jonah. Well, we don't need another picture of Jonah. It's okay. We understand that. Right. So, yeah, let's explore a little bit more of the village. Well, not really explore. We're just going to try and beeline. That's crazy, that document's right. Oh, no. That's not where I think it is. Can we really just turn around and go find that document somewhere in here? Oh, we can. Yeah, almost missed it. An account of Unuratu's coronation.
Unuratu approached the throne through the crowd. She walked beside it, but did not sit. Why do we continue to believe this lie? She asked the crowd. Kukulkan controls this city, and I will no longer wear a smile and pretend it is any different. I will not be his puppet, trotted out to wave and smile. The guards cut her off quickly and ushered her away. Then they advanced, with weapons drawn to disperse the crowds.
It's pretty badass, like, gives no fucks, takes no names. I quite like that. Oh, me swearing there. A little update for you guys on my Christmas movie project. I watched Die Hard 2 last night. So, continuing on with Die Hard. I don't know whether I'll do any more. The first one was pretty good, quite interesting. Reasonable characters, you know, kind of believable. Good, low stakes, high stakes situation. The second one was just pure action in a snowy airport the entire time. And it was much less my thing. I mean, you could tell it was a good action movie, I suppose, but I don't know. A bit simple. It just really is the one thing. It's just action. It's just fighting, and you know, there's a few interesting things about it. But overall, I recommend it a whole lot less than any of the others. Also, yeah, in the live chat, you guys have got some good comments here. Start with Grump said, much like how 2K published Tales from Borderlands 2 instead of Embracer when they bought Gearbox, this is likely the same. Amazon as publisher was finalized before they were even bought. That's an interesting theory. I like that idea. That's a bit more background for me at the very least. And also, they say that the DLC we just played was pre-order exclusive for console players. So that makes sense to me too. Okay, so basically what they did was they sold the grenades separately in this. Bunch of people are worshipping this monolith, which is interesting. But here you'll see we need to learn how to speak Yucatec. So there is a new language here. If I press tab... Here we go. So far, we've been learning Mam and Quechua. There is space you can see here for another one. That's Yucatec. So there is a whole other language, and it's what the guys here speak. I do really love this village. Like, this place gets a lot of criticism because it's a lot of, like, non-combat wandering around, forcing you in one outfit. But it is very richly drawn. It is very, very captivating. And I really do buy it as a village. I do buy it as a civilization. The only thing about it is it doesn't have, like, a day-night cycle, right? And the characters that live here don't really move around or do things, you know, which is kind of that's a bar that I've actually come to expect in a lot of games that do like city and, you know, town village environments. But on the surface it feels really authentic and real to me. Hello.
It is busy today. Kukulkan may have promised we'll thrive, but many make their own offerings.
Do they really know? I think we want to head into this temple.
Unuratu and her rebels are the true sons and daughters of Paititi, if you're asking. I'm not the only one who thinks it either. Just the only one with the guts to say it, apparently. The cleansing is upon us, and it should be Unuratu's line that sacrifices Kukulkan to restore the sun, and not the other way around. But
right.
Things like that have a way of getting people dead, so it's no wonder they aren't voiced.
Yeah, and this guy might get attacked too. It's nice to hear that the common people do really think it. Are kind of on our side, so to speak. So yeah, just to recap, we are looking for the silver box, which we were told is somewhere in like a dangerous, spooky place filled with sacrifice. No one who goes there ever returns. So it's kind of like a creepy, haunted tomb, even for these guys. No one really knows what's going on there, or we haven't been let in on what's really going on there. And we're told people that go there die. So something is defending the silver box. And of course, Amaru wants it, and we want it. New camp. Probably would have been nice if I found this before we left to go do the DLC, but whatever. It's going to be weird having grenades available. I wonder if I can make use of those anywhere. I mean, I want to make use of so much stuff. What about all of our stealth kills and things? Here we can dig. Now, there are monoliths nearby, and you might think, oh, is this a clue? And we've just skipped it. You know, was a monolith clue going to lead us here? I don't think that you can dig in the monolith ones until you've actually read it and you understand the language. There is no such thing as skipping.
Where's my mother?
Bello,
She's
it's
settling matters between the guards and her Khan.
What's it like outside Paititi?
Well, a lot of things. It's a very big world.
Bigger than Paititi?
Bigger than 100 Paititis.
What? Will you take me there?
I think your mother might have something to say about that.
What you're looking for is in there.
How will I know when I found the right chamber?
By the smell of death. If you survive, you can find your way back through the old irrigation system. I'll meet you there. Be careful. The cult often patrols there.
I like this kind of situation of looking at how people handle their isolationism, you know? And like their excitement about the rest of the world. That, especially when we finish the game, once it's all said and done, that's kind of an interesting conversation to think about. If someone reminds me when we get there, I'll talk about it again. Got a nice little relic here. I like to believe Lara's not taking these, she's just looking.
Ceremonial whistle used during human sacrifices. The sound emitted from the skull-shaped instrument has been compared to the tormented screams of the dying and the dead. Its shrill cry is said to clear a path to the underworld for the recently deceased. The death whistle has also been used as an instrument of war, its cry striking fear into the heart of the unknowing enemy.
Oh, see, these things are creepy. I really want to hear how these sound. But hey, and also this is Yucatec, so I think we learn a little bit. Yeah, we did. We learned a bit of that language now. How did Lara know all that information about Amaru? They kind of gave it to us in a roundabout way just through conversation earlier, and now they're giving it to us in a more detailed way in the UI. Essentially, they're cheating. That's a clever comment you've dropped in the chat there, because yeah, they're kind of cheating with giving you extra exposition that you just have to assume that Lara's picked up some of these. It's like when we were reading about the serpent guard there earlier. Let's just assume she spent a bit more time off camera, so to speak, in air quotes, and she's learned a little bit more than we realise, you know. And maybe a bit of her own background information, understanding.
The surging population and lack of civil planning caused the settlement many problems. Farmers clear-cut jungle to use the fertile riverbanks for their crops, resulting in a devastating flood in the first heavy rains. Overhunting forced hunters to travel ever further to find game. Several groups, each vying for a controlling interest in the settlement, debated, often fiercely, on the best manner of solving these problems.
So a place without not its own issues. Doesn't really look like we've missed much. Not that I have to obsess over it if we're going to resolve to come back later. I like how soft this scene is here. The grass looks particularly lush, don't you guys think? Yeah, I already think this game looks fantastic. That news about Unreal Engine 5. I mean, I know when a new Unreal Engine is like coming out, they'll do like a demo of it, like a video, like a trailer or whatever, and it always looks mind-blowing. The question is, which games can really ever accomplish that? You know, I've played a few over the years. Horizon stands out as another incredibly soft, gorgeous-looking game. But, you know, I already feel like, aren't we there? I mean, really, do we need it to look much better than it is now? Can't we go for more efficient implementation, you know, rather than just chasing this photorealism? Is the cost not too great at some point? Are we not, you know, giving up too much in terms of setting and gameplay and combat and whatever else in the pursuit of these lush environments?
This is a formidable weapon. Heavy wood lined with sharp obsidian teeth. It could easily stop an unarmored enemy.
I like this relic because it makes you realise what you're probably going to get attacked with. Oh, God. I'm going to have to turn my speakers up. I can't even hear the cue. Oh, there it was. Oh. No, nearly. Oh.
And if the bloodstains are any indication, it has.
There you go. We had to do it very precise to figure out that there are bloodstains on it. Lovely. What's this here? Oh, a bug. Nice. In fact, let's have a perception potion and grab some more of those. Especially if what we want to do now is craft some poison grenades. Which, yeah, if we have a look here. Okay, why can't... Oh, I can't get my guns out because we're in Paititi. So yeah, I can't actually go over and look at those. I don't know, this whole sequence upcoming, maybe I might not be able to do it. I like this here as well, these fires. Like, even though we're clearly not near any NPCs anymore, the fires make it feel like, yeah, we're still very close to civilization.
All right.
Of course, it becomes a bit weirder to wonder who the hell lit that fire there. But let's assume they have ways of getting around we just can't see. Oh, you always felt that Die Hard 2 was the weakest of the three? Oh, really? I thought I saw that there are like 4 of them, aren't there? Isn't the next one got that ridiculously cheesy name, Die Hard with a Vengeance? I'm also wondering at what movie Bruce Willis is going to be bald. Because he's had hair in the 2 movies.
I don't have enough space for that.
So far. Based on that, I guess I'll give the third one a shot. I will give the third one a shot. Can do a grapple axe sequence. Me talking about Die Hard is probably going to ruin the ambience here. Okay, so this is a perfect example. We've just gone through 3 campfires and a bunch of relics. And what have we actually done? We've swung on a couple of like little things there. Do you want to talk, Lara? No? I'm actually glad for that, to be honest. What about this barrier here? Is this... Do we burn our way through this? Or explode our way through this? I think it said missing, didn't it? Yeah, it looks like... Well, hold on. We have... Oh, and that's just poison. Oh, we gotta use something poison. Let's use a poison arrow on the first thing we can.
Through there.
I want to say it'll be wildlife, but I know it won't be. Like here, maybe a jaguar attack could be around the corner or something.
This seems to represent Unuratu leading a group in rebellion. There is a near total eclipse in the background.
This is really cool. Okay, because you might interpret this as, oh, they made this recently, and maybe they did, and that's quite fun because so much of what we've been interacting with, you think of as being, you know, 500 years old, 1,000 years old, but now it's like, oh, this could actually be from the here and now. Like it literally represents Unuratu. If you do believe it's from a long time ago, this is actually a sign of real prophecy because they predicted how Unuratu looks. And what's this about the near total eclipse in the background? Oh, well. That brings us back to the goddess of the moon. But so far we've heard hide nor hair of an eclipse. If game companies don't keep pushing graphics, companies can keep selling new expensive cards.
This must be the place Etsley mentioned.
Maybe, but VR is a thing. And again, I said in Discord the other day, I stand by it. Stereo 3D is amazing. Like, active 3D is really, really good. I think most people don't realize how much they're missing out on and how much better media technology could be.
Steady, Lara,
And gaming technology could be if stuff like NVIDIA 3D Vision had just been a bit better, a bit more marketable, a bit cheaper, a bit better glasses, and worked in slightly better light environments. Honestly, guys, it's so good. And who cares then? Stop chasing graphics. People would still want more powerful cards to push stereo stuff when that fad comes back. I really hope the next time that fad comes back, it's here to stay. Because it's so good. And I wish the world knew. But I sort of feel like I'm taking crazy pills here because no one else really cares that much about 3D. Not anymore. I got into the whole thing far too late myself. After it had crashed. Alright, we probably want to come down. Yeah, by the way, horrific body. Sorry, I'm talking about 3D there, but some kind of horrible white... What's the word for that? Emaciated? I knew that was going to mess up. I knew it. As soon as she hit that rock, I thought, no. Yeah, emaciated? That means weak, doesn't it? Or blood loss? Right, where do we want to go? I mean, it's totally down. Oh, she's just meant to grab... Why didn't she grab it then? Wait, this is totally the right thing, right? She just didn't grab it before. You're going to do it properly this time, Lara. Grab it. Oh, I've got to say, I'm so comfortable and cozy at the moment. The sun's just setting. I got the heating on. Because I was waiting for these packages today, I had my lunch before recording, which was tikka masala, which I cooked just right. You know, it was just kind of like a little bit thick and, oh, it was so good. And I can feel it all settling in me at the moment. So as creepy and horrendous as this all is, I feel alright. Now look at those masks with all the blood around them. You think we're at the pinnacle of graphical fidelity? Returning to more stylized worlds might be a good idea. I mean, people have been saying that for years, though. You want to be careful with that, because...
You can do this.
You know, people said PlayStation 2 games was the most gorgeous, best-looking thing you could ever have. It's obviously not true. You know, you want to be careful with a comment like that, because in 30 years, someone will look at this game and say, oh my god, it's so ugly. Now, I personally believe it's because it won't be in stereo. Or it will be, but if you really wanted it, but originally it wasn't. But there are definitely things that you don't realise that can be improved. And, you know, that argument of going to stylized worlds, Guild Wars 2 is a fun one for me because I remember as that was coming out, they said they wanted it to look timeless and ageless. They wanted to go slightly more stylized. That's why they went with, like, the painterly UI and even a lot of the environment and stuff. Like, a lot of that game is meant to look stylized because it's meant to help it prevent it from aging. Going for photorealistic just wouldn't have worked. And it's true, Guild Wars 2 visually has aged a lot better than other games. It does, unfortunately, still look dated now, though, but... So yeah, Sacrifice, a bad-looking guy.
Great.
I mean, I've got this fun little fan fiction thing where I'm like dreaming up and writing up my perfect MMO, and my vision for that is a very stylized thing as well, because it's just, it is more timeless. And I kind of like that. I like people letting people have their imaginations work. This is a door. I don't know why we can't go through this. This is totally a door that opens later. I think we've got to crawl through this vent, which is bloody horrible. Here we go.
I guess I have no choice.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. These crawling sections are really good. They always make me feel claustrophobic. Look at this, this goddamn corpse we're rolling past here and skulls rolling about. They seem to have so many good twists on it too, you know. It's underwater and there's rocks falling on you. There's an eel wrapping around you. These bodies, this makes me think a lot. Do you remember that sequence in 2013 where you wake up in that pool of blood and there are just like 10,000 corpses around you? It's getting like that again, isn't it? So, are we going to see deathless ones? Are we going to see Oni? This guy here. I think we're just going to go and assassinate him, which is kind of brutal, to be honest, Lara, because I mean, how do you know? What, just because the colours he's wearing, I guess?
Is this one of the rebels?
Let's say yes, so we don't have to feel bad. Okay, do you know what? I shouldn't have pressed F to assassinate him. I'm going to have to actively not press F, and I'm going to have to, like, use our other perks and things. I should have poisoned him. Take the opportunity where you can. Look at this. This is gross. In the previous part...
Silver eye. I'm on track.
Here you go. So if you think about the red serpent as Kukulkan himself, and the eye is the silver eye. The eye is the box, right?
Yes, through there.
Yeah, in a recent video,
The smell keeps getting stronger.
I said there would be a cool moment coming up where they reference the old games.
I found another serpent with a silver eye. I must be getting close. You?
Talking tattoos with Uchu.
Tattoos?
Yeah, you saw Uno Rogers, right? It has a heron and an eclipse on it. That might have something to do with the silver box.
I don't think so.
I hope I didn't interrupt their conversation there. I assume she can have a conversation while doing daring jumps for her life. Yeah, I like how they're just chatting about tattoos. The DLC kind of spoiled it already, but yeah, those guys basically become friends. Jonah is ostensibly in trouble right now, but not really.
Okay.
He just ends up getting along. I mean, he's such a personable, fun person. Okay, so, really cool puzzle here. One of my favorite puzzles from the game. We have a barrier. How do we get through it? I suppose there's a similarity to this, to the DLC one we just did, in as much as we're going to use the environment and then fire, okay? So, by pressing this, I believe, wasn't there a moment in one of the recent videos where we were dealing with this mixture? Oh, wait, no, I've messed this up here. Hold on. Okay, there's a flame in here, okay? By opening this, we allow the flame to touch this vent. So what we want to do is get some kind of flammable liquid to pour into there, and then therefore the flame will fill up this whole basin, and we're away, okay? So if you look up here, there's clearly a lot of oil and nasty stuff, and now we've got a rope. So we can shoot this, pull the lever down, and I like this puzzle just for how you can physically see the stuff move. Oil and blood, like what a mixture. I love that comment. It's a combination of the both. Now, I don't know if I could just fire a flame arrow into that and it would be fine. But let's assume you don't have the resources. There is a way to just do it. Like so.
There.
So that's the principle that we'll be dealing with. It's a pretty, pretty bad animation of it breaking. But there you go. So that's how we break the barrier. So now we're going to have to... Oh, come on, Lara. Wow, I had to press that 3 times. It's alright, we made it, though.
Is this some kind of bloodletting chamber?
Oh, I got to ask anyone in the comments. Is there a reason you'd mix oil with blood for this? Is that actually a thing? I mean, what is blood? It's just water and iron, isn't it? It's not exactly flammable in any way. Does it lend some texture or consistency? So here, this is where our fire is going to come from. So we want to fill this pool. So that's pretty simple. But the barrier is at the far side, all the way down that staircase. Let's check. No pickups. Like, oh, we just missed a mural, I think. It's okay. So then it's going to flow down here. And oh, look!
Must have taken hundreds of sacrifices to get enough blood to fill these channels.
We can follow it along, but what happens, unfortunately, is it just flows to the outside. So the game here is to spin the floor to a new position. Go on, Lara, keep going. Oh, we've gone a little bit too far there. There we go. So now, you've got to remember that it comes down this vent, we can follow this white line, and now we're going to flow down here. So we're in this trench, this trench, this trench. But you see this here, this ending? That's just a hole. And so, that's no good. That's a fail state there. It's just going to sink away into the hole. I mean, I could go all the way up there. So then we want to spin this next one, but how do we do it? Well, we can't unless we tether these two together. No, that's not right. Do you want me to stand next to this, Lara? You totally tether the two of them together, right? I'm sure you do. Did we do it from this angle? Will she know what to do then? No, she's not going to do that. I think the fact that I've oh, hold on. It's the one on top. We go here and then shoot it up there. Okay, so these are now connected. So now they're going to spin together. So we have to figure both out at once. So for example, if we want to get rid of that hole, that's fine. So we can spin it all one time. But now what have we got? Well, it's going to come along here and straight into that hole. So that's no good. So let's spin again just once to see how many other positions there are that are good for us. I don't know whether this is like binary, like good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. So now we're going all the way along here. We do survive. We're in the middle trench. We survive along the middle trench. And okay, that's it. It's done. Yeah, this is a funny puzzle in that I feel like that could last a really long time and be really frustrating. But I've always kind of got it quite quick. And I think it's because I go through that exact same process every time. I might have just spoken too soon and this is going to fail here. So let's see. I'm going to have to eat some humble pie and then the next 10 minutes of this video is going to be doing the same basic puzzle. Okay, here we go. Look at that. I love the way the light reflects off of that. So now we go along on the left. Straight through here. I think this puzzle ends early as well. It like spoils that you've beaten it because it like goes ding or something. There you go, and it's in. There, that sound cue I think is. So let's introduce some fire. I like this puzzle because it reminds me a lot of like what you'd get with like a little kid's toy, you know. Or like, do you guys remember like you'd go to like McDonald's as a kid or Burger King or whatever, I don't know, some fast food place, and they'd have those like charity now
to find the silver box.
Like coin things where you'd put a coin in. The idea is you're donating to charity, so you put like a 2p in, a 2 pence or whatever, or a 20p or whatever, and it was, well, not a 20p, any kind of round coin, and it would spin and it would like circle around, you know, a little bit like a water slide. That's what this kind of makes me think of here a little bit. Also, funnily enough, this thing of setting fire to oil and watching it go and see how quick the fire goes, that's the big moment in Die Hard 2, which is a weird coincidence. It's so unbelievable what happens in Die Hard 2. Like, the fire moves way too quick. The fire moves faster than a plane on a runway. It's like, no way. Not to mention it goes through the air. But I mean, hey, what do I know? I guess jet fuel is pretty flammable. And look, the puzzle even goes to light up the city itself with the pyramid at the back.
A serpent. This must be what Trinity's missing.
This is very classic Tomb Raider here. So now we have a key to a room with the artifact. You know, and the key itself is its own artifact. I always like that premise. So we've got it. And here we're moving out through the irrigation system, just as Itzley said we could. What's up, boy? Who's a good boy? Itzley. No, not you, Itzley. I'm gonna be going away in the videos for a while. Sometimes I really like doing this. I really like doing this without a camera, but sometimes I think it'd be quite nice. Oh, that's so close. Lara would be so dead if she had just stood slightly wrong there. It's a bit like at the start of the game. Here we go. So we get a nice running sequence through the town. I love watching the townspeople like react. This is a really cool running sequence. Again, I feel like the original plan for this game was to have a bunch of these, but they only made so many. Also, oh crap, yeah. Don't run into any guards. Like I said, you do actually have a choice as to where you go here, so this is quite a fun bit. I don't mind dying here at all, because there's so much to look at as you run along. This again, though, this is one of those Uncharted-y things, right? Like, when I see this, I just think Uncharted. Because Uncharted kind of perfected these sequences. Playing as Nathan Drake doing this stuff. Oh. Okay, not left, not right. The camera controls are so weird here. Oh, that's a nice little moment. You think you're gonna make the jump and then that happens. Oh, let's just say that guy's winded. He's not severely wounded. Ugh, giant spider right there. Ugh. I love how his body's still there. That's cool.
If you can, head back. Uchu has something he wants to ask you. I think it's a favor.
Okay, I'll make my way back as soon as I can.
Let's just hope we don't find any other Trinity goons as we go along. As cynical as it sounds, you think if they continue pushing better graphics purely on the premise of needing next-gen buzz to sell consoles? Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't know whether it's just because I'm getting a bit older and losing my imagination and whatever. But for me, you know, technology moves so fast growing up. You know, playing games as a kid, it would only be a couple of years, a new console would come out, and there was a dramatic difference, you know? There was a huge difference going from, like, the Mega Drive to, you know, the PS1 or the N64 or whatever. And obviously that's the 2D to 3D transition. But even after that, there's a huge difference. Like, those console generations, like Gen 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, it was just an epic difference. I don't see that epic difference anymore. So I used to, like, be so hungry for better looking games when I was younger. It was all about making things look as good as possible. That was a huge selling point. I don't think it's a selling point at all for me anymore. And it's especially something on my mind at the moment, as I'm just playing Hades. I've basically just got the epilogue of that game, just finished it. And, you know, that's not necessarily a pretty game in any way, but it's a fantastic game. And it's like, I don't know whether kids feel the same anymore. That's what I'm trying to get at. I don't know whether I'm out of touch, but I feel like if I was a kid playing games now, you know, if I grew up with Shadow of the Tomb Raider, would that really be what I lust for? Something that looks way better? Would it really?
Are you okay?
No. Pisco the Dead took my dice, and no one believes me.
Oh, this
Who
quest.
took them?
A dead man took your dice. Are you sure you didn't lose them?
Ugh, you're as bad as the rest of them.
I'm sorry. You're right. I'll tell you what. I'll pay very close attention, and if I see Pisco the Dead, I'll ask for your dice back.
Really? You believe me?
It wouldn't be the first time the dead seemed to speak to me.
A nice little reference to the other games there. So find Taki's dice. I've collected this quest every single time I've played this game. I have never beaten the quest. Never. This is a great place. This is, again, if you guys played Rise or you watched my series on Rise, you remember when we finally got to the place with the big settlement with a bunch of Jacob's people. Very similar vibes here. I think there were like some diving areas for a challenge in that, and you got a similar situation in this game. Exploring this city is a real treat. I don't know whether we'll do it in the next part, because I want to put the Kuwakyaku exploration in the next part, but we'll see. We've got a document here.
The new methods of agriculture introduced by the cult of Kukulkan have only succeeded in destroying more crops. First, the bee colonies collapsed. Then the cocoa crop failed. The earth is too damaged for anything but corn to grow, and the stalks are flimsy. We must take action, or Paititi will suffer a tremendous famine.
This is really cool. I love this document, because it kind of makes you think, all right, look, if Trinity, with all their technology and understanding of the outside world, have now got a vested interest in this place, wouldn't they be happy to sort of trample on their way of life and, you know, industrialize them, blah, 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 but from within? And this sort of feels like an attempt to do that, but it has failed. It's either an attempt to do that, or it's an attempt to damage this place in some way, you know, sneakily. Which I'd rather not think about. I love this ladder, look at this. Something about how, like, short and thick it is. So we're back at Jonah's cave here now.
Unaratu. Hetzley's been captured.
I know. They're holding him at the barracks. We're working on a plan to release him.
I tried to get to him, I'm sorry.
He's a warrior. What's that?
I have returned from the place of the dead.
This is a key. It looks like it belonged to the mountain temple. It is adjacent to where they're holding him.
Oh, what a nice coincidence.
Is the box of eggshell connected to the barracks? Is that why the cult occupied the temple? It's heavily guarded. When we go in, it has to be subtle, silent.
Is there a back way?
There was one by the salt mine, but it has deteriorated. It's treacherous.
I might be able to manage it.
Perhaps. You did survive the sacrificial pit. I haven't been back inside since I was a child. But from what I can remember, the barracks are within an inner stronghold.
If I can get in through the back way, I can clear a path and let you in. We will free Etzley, then go find the box.
I'll take care of my son. You go after the box.
I like the idea of if this game was slightly longer, maybe this could have been a branching moment where you can choose the 2 missions and do them in whatever order you like. But yeah, everything kind of gets condensed down to the same thing here. So yeah, next time we'll be at the salt mines, the barracks. We'll find what's going on with this temple. To zoom out on the world map here, you know, you've got this mountain here, and you've got what's clearly a map. And if you're thinking, wow, how much really is there left to do? There's a good bit. There's basically 3 more regions for us to get to, and next part will be one of them. And so, yeah, I guess that's a pretty good place to stop. I know this episode went on slightly longer than normal, but I'm pretty happy with that. Since we did spend 5 minutes at the start purely on the UI, and then we spent a little bit of time talking about, you know, Amazon games and the future of the franchise. We have a mission here with Jonah, and I'm pretty sure a DLC thing will unlock soon too as well. So lots going on here. Lara might speak.
What are we doing here? I never wanted this to happen. Now Etzley's been captured.
Etzley's a strong kid.
How does Jonah know?
He's a warrior. I know. I still hate this.
See, the writing gets a bit weird here. Like, we're expected to think that we've been living with him for a long time, maybe? I don't know.
Me too. Uchu's confident they can get him out.
It just sort of feels like bits have been cut, you know, and now certain bits of dialogue aren't lining up anymore. Maybe that's just me over-analysing it, and I don't mean to do that. I don't mean to bore or be a downer. So there you go, guys. That's it. Thank you very much for watching this part. I'll see you on the next one. Again, look, we just went through the whole episode, and I didn't get a chance to use any perk or anything, right? Like, I really want to use a grenade. You know, I had one guy I could press F to assassinate, and it, like, lined it up for me perfectly. And I chose to do that, which maybe I shouldn't have. That's the whole episode. There's that good running sequence in there at least, but you know, that's kind of what this game becomes. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next one very soon. Thanks for the company to everyone in the live chat. Again, my sincerest appreciation for anybody watching this, really, whether that's today or any time in the future. And I'll see you shortly. Take care now, guys. See you soon. Oh, and for anyone forgetting as well, I do have playlists of these. So if you look at my playlists, you should see all the episodes in order and make it easy to find the next episode. Okay, bye-bye now, guys. Thank you.